Welcome back to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. We're discussing is Blue Beetle's DC's iteration of their own version of Spider-Man. Check it out next on Two Beers, One Movie. Yes, welcome back to another episode. We're discussing the new release, Blue Beetle, who is played by Zolo Maridueña, Cobra Kai's own Miguel Diaz. This is a movie directed by Angel Manuel Soto. It is it's a superhero movie, obviously. But let's set the scene. So, Jamie returns from college. He returns to his family and some bad news that lots of financial difficulties. Both he and his sister get a job at cleaning pools in the evil Knievel Susan Sarandon's mansion, where Jamie finds himself being fired, and so on and so forth. Yes. He gets fired because he sticks up for a beautiful young lady who he obviously has taken a fancy to, who offers him a job. He goes to get this job. She is stealing a Blue Beetle, which then attaches himself to Jamie and becomes Blue Beetle. Now, where do we go from there? What do I think of the movie? I liked it. I think it's the best DC movie in quite a while. It's not really saying a lot. It's definitely what they probably wished The Flash would have been for them. And speaking about maybe this is what they hoped The Flash would have been, could this be, now, similarities of bugs aside, could this be DC's own version of Tom Holland's Superman? Yeah, Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man. Am I being a bit too on the nose there? Possibly. Young guy, intelligent, gets a tech suit, yada yada yada, family and friends, and he has a bit of quirkiness and kind of witty humor. Possibly down the line. Could he cling to Batman maybe, like Tony has Peter? Or if they've already done that kind of Batman Flash thing, and maybe it won't work. Who knows? But it feels like this could be what they hope The Flash could be. Maybe not Spider-Man, maybe in a similar ballpark. After the messes of Black Adam, after The Flash, after Shazam Part 2, it really has kind of... Is saving DC the right word? Maybe not, but James Gunn has a lot of work on his hands, and I do really think this is a positive step in the right direction. One thing that DC has kind of failed to do is kind of get that humor, or that kind of light-hearted humor where Marvel has done quite well in the past. Now, DC, yes, has tried to stay on that bit darker side, but even when it's kind of jumped into that more humorous side, particularly with The Flash at times, it really kind of falls flat on its face. Where I do really feel Blue Beetle and the family in general have kind of brought that kind of humor and wit to this particular movie. The family, as I just mentioned, plays a vital role in the movie itself. The heart, the team of the family is Latin American culture, family, love. It really surrounds every bit of the kind of hustle and bustle that you see in every superhero movie. This still has a lot of that hustle and bustle, but at the center, at the heart of it, is the Latin American culture. And of course, to quote unquote Mark Commode, who was also quoting Vin Diesel, it's about family. Oh, how does he do? Family. Whatever. At the same time, it does become a little slapstick and silly. There are moments that work really well with the family's inclusion in the battles. They didn't want to really kind of leave them behind. Uncle Rudy, or Cousin Rudy, played by Mr. Lopez himself, George Lopez, brings an awful lot of charm and humor as well to his role. But sometimes with that silliness, they kind of try to bring it back to the family, and there is a moment of consequence and gravitas with a debt. I won't say who the debt is, but let's just say it's a significant debt. But like all movies, not just this movie, 2 or 3 scenes down the line, it's almost like that debt has been forgotten. Like, it doesn't have the gravitas it had 15 moments ago. And it's like a pet peeve for me. I've lots of pet peeves in movies where they order drinks or other food and they don't eat them. That pisses me off a lot. Big up to Brad Pitt, always eating in his movies. And also, when deaths occur, it's like 3 or 4 scenes down the line. It's like this death doesn't actually mean anything. And yes, they're probably doing this to get revenge, but it doesn't hold the same kind of emotional gravitas that it should have. And the humour still overtakes even after this death occurs. And it's like, would I be like that in real life? And, well, Blue Beetle isn't real, obviously, but you know where I'm going. Anywho, it's entertaining. It has emotional depth. It's silly. It's slapstick. Some of the action is quite good. It's grounded to a degree in this universe, and it's definitely a decent to good movie. It's a save and a win for James Gunn's DC universe, and let's hope they can kind of build on this. If you liked the movie, didn't like it, tell me what you think below in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode of 2 Beers, 1 Movie.